Clear your schedules for June 2026. Guys, because both movie theaters and streaming platforms are about to be absolutely packed with star power. This month's lineup is insane. We're getting everything from the return of childhood icons we've been waiting years for, to a mysterious sci-fi project from one of the greatest directors in cinema history. Some of these are going to hit us right in the childhood nostalgia, while others are finally going to ignite wars that have been brewing for years. We're even stepping into a beloved kitchen for the very last time, while simultaneously witnessing a brand new era for the DC Universe. Let's break down the biggest releases of the month one by one. Masters of the Universe. On June 5th, the He-Man universe is returning to the big screen in live action. This time around, Nicholas Galitzine is stepping into the boots of Prince Adam, aka He-Man, while Jared Leto is playing Skeletor, Camila Mendes is Teela, and Idris Elba is Man-at-Arms. The story follows Adam, returning to Eternia after years away, forced to accept his destiny to save his world from Skeletor's dark forces. For me, this triggers some serious childhood nostalgia, because He-Man was one of my absolute favorite heroes growing up. I used to love the cartoons, but honestly, I can't say I'm hyped out of my mind for this live-action version. Still, I'm definitely checking it out day one. If it turns out good, I'll be thrilled, because a success here means we get a fun, fantastic, nostalgic franchise to follow again. Scary Movie 6. The spoof horror comedy franchise that's been quiet for way too long is finally making a comeback on June 5th. The biggest highlight for OG fans is definitely Anna Faris and Regina Hall, returning as Cindy and Brenda. Plus, with the Wayans family back in the mix, it feels like this new movie won't just carry the name, but will actually capture the chaotic spirit of the classic Scary Movie era. Personally, I love this franchise. When it comes to spoof comedies, Scary Movie is the first thing that comes to mind, and I still love the first two movies. Honestly, the fifth one didn't really do it for me, so my expectation for Scary Movie 6 is to get back to those roots. I'm definitely watching it when it drops, and I really hope they bring back that stupid, crazy, but hilarious energy. Cape Fear. Over on Apple TV+. A heavy-hitting psychological thriller miniseries is arriving on June 5th. Starring Amy Adams, Patrick Wilson, and Javier Bardem. The story follows married attorneys Anna and Tom Bowden. Their lives turn into a complete nightmare when Max Cady, the man they helped put behind bars years ago, gets released. So yeah, it's a classic revenge plot. But with this powerhouse cast and Apple's top-tier production quality, this could easily be next level. I have high hopes for this one because, honestly, Apple rarely misses when it comes to quality. Their production value is always insane, and their shows are just great to look at. We've got a stellar cast, a dark atmosphere, and a plot perfect for a thriller. It's a mandatory add to my watch list. Disclosure Day. On June 12th, Steven Spielberg is returning to theaters with a massive sci-fi epic. Emily Blunt is starring, alongside Josh O'Connor and Colin Firth. The plot revolves around humanity, finding out we aren't alone in the universe, and it looks like it's going to bring back that classic Spielberg sci-fi vibe, just more modern, mysterious, and grand. To be honest, the biggest selling point for me here is Emily Blunt. I absolutely love her. She's got the acting chops, the screen presence, the looks, everything. Sometimes, even if a plot doesn't grab me, if Emily Blunt is in it, I'm watching. Fortunately, the trailer looks great, and having Spielberg's name attached is already a massive reason to care. This is definitely one of my most anticipated movies of June. Toy Story 5. Pixar's most beloved animation franchise returns to theaters on June 19th. The story of Woody, Buzz, and the rest of the gang continues into a brand new era. The fifth installment is trying to pull off a double win, appealing to the OG fans while capturing a new generation of kids. Toy Story isn't just an animated movie. It's a massive brand built on deep emotions like growing up, saying goodbye, childhood, and friendship. For me, this is pure nostalgia. For our generation, Toy Story holds a special place in our hearts because we literally grew up with these movies. So when this drops, I know that inner kid in me is going to wake right up. I'll probably love it just for the nostalgia factor alone, but what I'm really curious about is whether it can capture the magic for today's kids the same way it did for us. Sugar Season 2. On June 19th, Apple TV Plus's incredibly stylish detective story returns for Season 2. Colin Farrell stars in a show that starts out like a classic private eye mystery, but eventually takes a wild, mysterious, and totally unexpected turn. With its Los Angeles backdrop, noir-style storytelling, and character-driven plot, the first season immediately stood out from your run-of-the-mill crime shows. I actually just started binging the first season recently, and even though I'm only a few episodes in, I'm already hooked. I'll definitely crush the rest of Season 1 before the new episodes drop. Like I said, I trust Apple's content because their quality control is usually spot on. Sugar Season 2 is absolutely on my must-watch list. House of the Dragon Season 3. On June 21st, we are heading back to Westeros, and the stakes have never been higher. As the Targaryen civil war gets bloodier, Season 3 is expected to go all out with the dragons, the political power struggles, and massive battle sequences. Season 2 felt a lot like moving chess pieces into place and prepping the characters for the ultimate clash. This is easily one of my most anticipated shows of the year, but to be totally transparent, Season 2 felt a little slow to me. It felt like the whole season was just pacing around going, okay, the action is about to start, it's about to get crazy, and then it just ended. So for Season 3, I'm expecting way more action, major plot developments, and an absolute ton of dragon screen time. Hopefully, the war actually kicks off this time, and the show gets the fast tempo it deserves. In the Hand of Dante. On June 24th, Netflix is dropping a unique movie with an absolutely stacked cast. We're talking Oscar Isaac, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Al Pacino, John Malkovich, and Gerard Butler. The plot kicks off when a manuscript of Dante's Divine Comedy falls into the hands of the modern underworld. The film blends historical and modern timelines, creating what looks like a deeply artistic, dark, and unique atmosphere. Honestly, the cast alone is enough to get me to buy a ticket. Al Pacino, Jason Momoa, and Gal Gadot are some of my favorites. Especially Gal Gadot. I haven't seen her in a major project in a minute, so that gets me even more hyped. Honestly, with a lineup like this, the odds of it being bad are pretty low. Definitely one of my top picks for the month. Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2. On June 25th, Netflix's live-action Avatar adaptation returns for Season 2. This season, the story expands deep into the Earth Kingdom. Aang's journey gets much bigger, and the universe is expanding with brand new characters. The first season did the heavy lifting of translating a massive animated world into live action, but Season 2 has a real shot at being much stronger in both character depth and storytelling. Look, I watched the first season, and while I liked certain parts, I wasn't exactly blown away. However, I have much higher hopes for Season 2. Knowing that the show will wrap up for good with Season 3 gives me peace of mind. It means they aren't going to drag the story out just for the sake of it. The footage in the trailers looks solid, so I genuinely believe Season 2 is going to outshine the first. The Bear Final Season. On June 25th, The Bear returns for its final season, and we are officially heading toward the end of this incredible journey. The stress, the family trauma, the personal breakdowns, and the absolute kitchen chaos surrounding Carmy, Sydney, Richie, and the crew are coming to a head one last time. This show was never just about a restaurant. It's a masterclass in exploring the characters' inner minds, the pressure they face, and their complex bonds. It genuinely bums me out that this is the final season because I am obsessed with this show. It's one of those projects where I watch every season the second it drops. And honestly, I even rewatch it whenever I'm bored. The restaurant dynamic, the character drama, the relationships, and that claustrophobic kitchen atmosphere are perfect to me. It's definitely bittersweet to see something this great come to an end. I just hope they give us a beautiful, satisfying, and emotionally powerful finale. Supergirl. On June 26th, the new DC Cinematic Universe is taking another massive step forward. With Millie Alcock starring as Kara Zor-El, this film has a real chance to present Supergirl not just as a character living in Superman's shadow, but as a powerhouse hero dealing with her own trauma, rage, and cosmic storyline. For this new era of DC, this movie is crucial to show that the universe isn't just going to revolve around Superman. I'm actually super optimistic about this project. I love the casting, and honestly, I've always liked Supergirl in the comics even more than Superman. I went into the Superman movie with some doubts but ended up really enjoying it. For this one, I'm expecting a darker, grittier tone, but still with that fun superhero edge. If they nail her isolation, her anger, and her raw power, this is going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. Alright guys, those are the biggest movies and shows dropping in June 2026. While I'm casually looking forward to a few of these, projects like House of the Dragon, The Bear, Avatar, The Last Airbender, Sugar, and In the Hand of Dante are the ones I am legitimately hyped for. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these projects are you anticipating the most? Drop your top 3 in the comments below. Also, if there's a movie or show I missed that you're excited for, let me know. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.